Hi, I'm Margaret Ann Lembo, and here we are. We're on Chapter 9, the Quartz family and the full spectrum of light. So this is the last of the gemstone-based chapters as part of this book club that we're doing here online for Chakra Awakening. Transform your reality using crystals, color, aromatherapy, and the power of positive thought. So, clear quartz has an amazing quality because it does have the full spectrum of light. That's why the chapter is called The Full Spectrum of Light with the quartz. And so because all the colors of the rainbow are in clear quartz, we have an opportunity to, like, if you had to pick just one stone, what could it be? You could pick a clear quartz, or you could pick diamonds. That works too. Well, we're here to talk about clear quartz, and I want to show you a few, or actually let you hear a few of the stones. You know, clear quartz comes from different mines from around the world, and this sound, hear that? That's a singing laser wand. These are from the Diamantina mines in Brazil. Some people call these Lemurian crystals, but that's a story somebody made up about Lemuria and the crystals, and that's fine. The story is beautiful and gorgeous. But the bottom line is they come out of the Diamantina mines in Brazil, and they sound differently than clicking other crystals together. Hear the difference? They don't sing. These crystals are laser because of the way they're shaped. So notice that they're not like fully perfect in the way that they come up. They're all like a little bit off balance, if you will. It's even more obvious with this big one in the way it's formed. See how it's like these lines are not perfectly even all the way around. Now, clear quartz are six-sided crystals. And typically, they're pretty balanced in how they are. They're usually the six sides are pretty uniform, and they create a big round point. This is the termination, the top. And if it's double terminated, you would find that both ends of the crystal has a termination on it. So you'll find a point here and a point here. Crystals that are double terminated are more rare. Add to it that it's a laser and a singing, and that's even rarer. So there you have one laser wand, two double terminated laser wand, three, whew, this is not just a laser wand that's gigantic. It's also a tabular quartz. Notice two sides are much wider than the other four, and therefore it makes the crystal flat. Therefore, it's called a tabular or tabby. I like to call them tabbies. Now, some crystals form in clusters, which that means that there are multiple points in the same conglomeration. It's not just a single crystal, it's a bunch of crystals together. And that's symbolic of growing in harmony. So what's special about this is it's a tabular cluster. And tabbies are really good for telecommunication. Telepathic communication is what I really meant to say. But I guess telecommunication is sort of the same thing. And this would be for good communication in groups of people. So that would be the intention or how you would work with that. This one that I held up before, and here it is again, is actually a relationship crystal. And when you pick out a relationship crystal, you want it so that the points are almost equal, or if you can, exactly equal. This one's a little bit, one's higher than the other. And that's okay. That's still a good crystal, and it's a really nice one. It's a nice big one. These are off of our shelf here. This is a really fun crystal. Not only is it 1, 2, 3 crystals, but it's all three of the crystals in one formation are double terminated. So there's a termination here, a termination there, a termination here. Oops, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a rainbow. And then this crystal that's on top of it is a tabular attached to it, and it is double terminated. Let's see. See, that one's not a laser. See how when I click them together, you can't hear it? One of them is. So these are. This one is not. So, you know, you can also find crystals, clear quartz, that have been cut and polished. And there's nothing wrong with that as far as I'm concerned. They're beautiful. And so those are typically out of Brazil. And sometimes you can find phantom, and this is a phantom. I love that I picked it up in this while I was saying that, and it really is. Didn't know that in advance. So you may not be able to see this in this picture, but there are multiple lines where you can see where the crystal grew to a certain point and then continued to grow even more. And there, so you can see a phantom of each time it like stopped its growth and paused and continued on. With phantom quartz, it's a reminder that we think we've grown as much as we can grow. I learned everything I need to know. And then suddenly, we have another growth spurt of understanding, of integration, of life lessons to grow even more. And it's through the integration of our growth processes that we evolve our soul and awaken our consciousness. Well, that's about it for today, I think, on this. You know, read the chapter, and then we'll meet online on the Facebook group. You can type in all your questions there, and if you wanted to email me specifically for some other reason than this, you can contact me through my website at margaretannlembo.com. Thanks so much for watching.